of. Give me 1 second, guys. Alrighty. Alright, good evening. Checking everything, see if everything's good. Like it is. Okay. Alright, good evening, everybody. Just trying to get a clear slot on this one. Alright, so good evening, everybody. Welcome to another live stream. We are going over Tropical Storm Debby.
So Brian, don't forget you got cheesecake.
Okay, sorry y'all. If y'all heard that, that was my dad. Sorry. Um. Anyways, going over Tropical Storm Debby. Debbie has Debbie is has looked very. Debbie is a lot more thunderstormy. I give you that. It has a lot of convection surrounding the center now, as it did earlier yesterday morning compared to yesterday morning. Um, it is starting to. It's on its verge of strengthening now. So it's in the warmer waters of the Gulf of Mexico now. So you've got you've got the convection surrounding the center now. So now we're just waiting on if that convection or in near the center starts to stay there, and then it wraps itself around once it moves into the warmer waters, which it already is, but we'll see what happens later tonight. As of the 7 p.m. update, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time, the wind speeds are at 40 miles per hour still. 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible with them, but you can see here it's moving to the northwest about 14 miles per hour. So it's general slow down 2 miles per hour, two wind speeds. So it is on its trajectory of slowing down. So it has slowed down dramatically. We're expecting this to be a Cat 1 hurricane as it approaches the Big Bend of Florida toward Apalachicola, toward Tallahassee. This is Don't take this cone seriously. I mean, take it seriously, but this is just an estimated where we think the center of Debbie will go. Now there could be some wobbles with this with Debbie, um, but I guarantee y'all the main threat with this is going to be your heavy rainfall. You can see multiple areas could approach 24 inches of rainfall in the Carolinas and parts of Florida. Um, that's just the estimated, so we could see. That's just a forecast, but this thing is supposed to stall once it gets into the Carolinas and move very slowly. So whatever this thing does in the Gulf near Florida, it will try to mirror what it does once it gets into the Carolinas. But it is it's very it's the thing we got to look at because once you have the warmer waters of Gulf and then you have less wind shear, it could rapidly intensify no matter what time. So it can rapidly intensify quickly like that. So you just got to keep keep a watch on from your local officials, National Weather Service, as well as the National Hurricane Center as well. Um, the new updates coming in around 10 o'clock tonight from the National Hurricane Center. We'll have the 11 p.m. advisory, 10 p.m. here in Arkansas, but and 11 p.m. Eastern. So um, now we're gonna go over. There's your satellite view here. you can see thunderstorm development around the center starting to intensify a little more right now, which is starting the strengthening process already. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that as well. Visible satellite was well organized this morning and this afternoon as well as tonight. We'll see what the infrared shows tomorrow and what the satellite shows tomorrow morning. We'll go to radar here. We have radar up here, radar scope here. We do have the outer bands of the oops, my bad. The outer bands of Debby is starting to approach into Florida as of right now, southern Florida mainly. Oh my gosh, southern Florida mainly. So okay, so you got southern Florida mainly. So you've got your outer bands moving in from the southeast to the northwest, um, general in that area. So when we have landfalling systems like this, you're gonna have them general motion, the outer bands going from southeast to northwest because you're in the eastern side of Debby. So tropical systems, your strongest part of the storm will be in the eastern and northeastern side of the hurricane or tropical storm, depending on what strength is that. That's going to be it's where the winds are going to be the most greatest. So um, right now it's not a hurricane, it's a tropical storm. It's a low end tropical storm, but I'm starting to see some indications that we're starting to see some thunderstorm and rainy development across the western side of Debby right now. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that as well. But regardless of the wind speeds or the development of this system, it's still gonna bring heavy rainfall. And if you're told to evacuate. If you're near the coast of Florida, say from Panama City all the way down to Tampa, follow those local officials, follow those evacuation orders. You know, um, your life is more important than your house, so we gotta stick to that. Anyways, um, we just gotta focus on. Um, you just gotta heed those warnings. Also, with landfalling tropical systems, we could have tornadoes with these. So we could start out as water spouts, and then when they make on land, it's considered the tornado. So you gotta keep an eye on that. The tornadic threat is also a big deal in tropical systems like these. So a slow moving tropical system as well. So you've got a huge special marine warning right here. Water spout possible 40 knots. So you've got 40 to 50-mile-per-hour winds for that, as well as water spouts possible within that area near Fort Lauderdale, Coral Springs, down in Miami. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that as well. Um, but when, but to my question with the storm is, well, what will Debbie do? I mean, where will Debbie go? So, I mean, there's a lot of questions on where Debbie will go. Um, you saw the National Hurricane Center track, but I mean, if this thing wobbles to the west even more, then I would say Tallahassee, Panama City, I mean, Pensacola, I will keep an eye on this as well. Still keep an eye on this system because you're going to have far-reaching impacts from Debbie. Um, so if you're like, let's say from Mobile all the way to Tallahassee, still keep an eye on this. I'd say Gulfport, New Orleans. I mean, you're in the clear, but you're still going to see rainfall from Debbie, but it's not going to be as strong as it's been. Um, So we gotta. So I say Mobile to Jacksonville. Still keep an eye on Debbie. It's because if it takes a little wobble is a serious thing with tropical system. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that as well. Let's go over to hurricane data from the Hurricane Hunters. So go take a look at that right now. 1 second. Do a different site here for tropical tidbits. So aircon. We got the aircraft recon in there. in Debby right now. So let's see. Let's go to the NOAA 3 mission. So mission 3 into this. So I'm just trying to see if I can explain all this. So you can see here it has found at least 30 to 50 mile per hour winds in Debby so far. This is your upper wind aircraft. So you've got that. They're doing another pass through Debby right now, so they're going to be surveying at 11 p.m. 11 Eastern, 10 p.m. Central. Um, Advisory is going to be really crucial to what Debby is doing right now. They're going to be flying through Debby all night long, and then we're going to have the morning planes go through about 5 a.m. in the morning tomorrow. So we'll see what they do tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Yes, 8 a.m. advisory from them. So that's that. We'll see. Show y'all the maps here if I can. Um, so we got the pressure drops. Pressure drops are key. If you have the pressure dropping below, if you have the, the farther the pressure drops, the stronger your tropical system's getting. So it just depends on what aircraft is flying in, the lower levels or the upper levels of the aircraft. Um, so yeah, so you've got 20 knots there. You also have 1086 with the Mission 3 aircraft too. Um, so you've got that in there. You'll hear talking background noise with some Nana. So, anyways, so you've got the estimated surface winds are in the blue. So they've found at least tropical storm force winds with this already. It's already tropical storm that. Um, and then we also have the dip, but you see where they are right now. They're at 20. So we'll see what the 11 p.m. advisory tells us, but it's going to come down to what satellite data looks like overnight tonight. It's going to be a key. So I'm planning, well, I'm planning to go live tomorrow morning, um, probably around, I'd say 9 o'clock in the morning. So um, I'll give you all more updates there. But again, to re to um, to recap everything so far, Tropical Storm Debby is expected to be a Cat 1 hurricane to landfall. It could be stronger than that at landfall. Um, but expect a strong tropical storm to a low end hurricane. This thing could get stronger than the Cat 1, but that is that's just me. I think it'd be a Cat 2, but that's just me. Focus on the National Hurricane Center, your National Weather Service officials, as well as heed those evacuation orders as well. Um, if you're told to evacuate if you're in those areas. So I also want to go over storm surge. We do have storm surge warnings and tropical storm warnings and hurricane watches, hurricane warnings out as well. So I do want to show you all that real quick. If I can find this. Okay. So we'll go turn on all these alerts here. So in this color right here, you've got tropical storm watches in effect right now. In the yellow, you got tropical storm warnings in the yellow. So that's telling you, hey, tropical storm force winds will arrive tonight in the less than 36 to 24 hours. You've got hurricane watches. Where's your hurricane watches? Okay, so you got hurricane warnings out east of Tallahassee, far inland. So you've got Madison, Florida, Perry, Florida, Live Oak, you're under tropical storm watch. Valdosta, Georgia, you're under tropical storm watch. Crawfordsville, Panama City, you're not currently in a watch or anything yet, but just east of you, you are in there. So Port St. Joe, Alapachikola, you're under that storm surge warning. Storm surge warning. Storm surge is another thing. You're told to evacuate because of storm surge. Do it. Don't hold off onto it. I get it if you don't want to leave your home, you don't. But storm surge, leading killers of a hurricane is from storm surge and water inundation. So please follow those evacuation orders from your local officials. Um, so let's see what they say. I think it's up to 5 feet. So you got a potential for 3 to 5 feet above ground level of storm surge prone areas. So if you're in that storm surge prone area, please, please um, evacuate if you want. Um, so yeah, Tampa, you're under a tropical storm warning. Orlando, you're under Orlando, you're under a tropical storm watch. Then we've got tropical storm watch. Yeah, tropical storm warnings all the way down to Key West. So just be very aware of this tropical system. This is a far-reaching tropical system. This is not a hey, it's a small tropical system, won't do much. You know, this you can still have far impacts from the cone to the center of the circulation. So that's all I got for y'all tonight. I'll have another update um, tomorrow morning. Um, I'll still be posting updates tonight on the channel. And I see something if I see something that's breaking news, and I will go live again tonight. But I doubt I'll go live again tonight. But this is a quick update on y'all. Little longer live stream, but tomorrow should be a little longer live stream tomorrow morning. Um, so once I have new updates from there, I will pull that up to y'all. Also, just if you're headed to the beach this weekend, please, please watch the weather. I mean, just keep an eye on those things. Follow your local officials, National Weather Service, National Hurricane Center. Follow your local officials. Y'all have a good night. I'll catch